Alright, so here is a hexagonal side view of the cube octahedron, the cutout of it. I'm going to show you how we basically put this model together in the best way I can show it without using a 3D model. So, you have two spheres, which could be both iron, one iron and aluminum, and to connect them, you're going to connect them with a ring magnet to go around. You could use like a little cylinder magnet, which you could lay right here. But the ring magnet would work best in that it's actually like a natural clasp to put them together. Really what you'd want to do is you'd want to have a custom magnet which would have like a swirl that goes down and comes back up. And this sort of like double cup side cup that both spheres fit nicely into. It has natural curves to it. But you'd have to have a custom made magnet. The easiest way really is to use a ring magnet. And even more likely is these spheres would not touch each other. And the ring magnet would hold them a little bit apart. Ideally you want the spheres just touching each other. So if you look over here on the 2D model, you have 6 magnets around the edge. This is just one of the 4 hexagons that I was talking about going around the cube octahedron, and then 6 on the inside. However, as I also talked about, I realized this is one way to lay the vectors on the 12 inside, and there's 6 shown, 12 of the vectors, and they're radiating outwards. What I realized partway through, that I just hadn't simply thought about it, is I was thinking it needed to be a black hole, and the energy should be radiating inwards, but I was thinking about radiating outwards. Well, the vectors are radiating inwards. The magnets are compressing all the energy in on the aluminum, but the diamagnetism, the flow is in the opposite direction. The energy is going to be radiating outwards. And so if you have these 13 spheres pressed together with the magnets on them, you stuck them in water. This is also why it would be better to have a custom magnet that had natural curves because it allowed the liquid to flow better. The diamagnetic liquid would either be water or mercury. To know about mercury, there's something a mercury amalgam, and mercury bonding with aluminum will pull oxygen from the atmosphere and turn the aluminum to aluminum oxide, or corundum, which I mentioned, which is a nice easy way to make aluminum oxide. However, aluminum can, if it forms the thin coat of aluminum oxide, it'll protect it from the mercury. So when you put this all together and stick it in the mercury, you'd want to let it sit for a little while, because these 6 magnets, or the 12 magnets around it, would scratch up the surface and expose them to aluminum. So you can actually just rub off the aluminum oxide. So you'd want to let it sit for maybe a little while, I really don't know how long, for a new layer of aluminum oxide to form, somewhere with good airflow, so the mercury wouldn't eat away at it. And if you look on the outside ring, you have the 6 iron spheres, and each sphere has from this view, would have this magnet would be south this end, north this end, so the vector flow would be this way, while on this one it would be south this end, north this one. So basically on each one, this sphere has south-south facing, and this one has north-north, south-south, north-north, south-south, north-north. So it relates to your Star of David, your 2 triangles overlaying 2 triangles. And also on each of these spheres there would be another 2 vectors in each center point, radiating perpendicular in a different direction. Almost perpendicular. They're not perfectly perpendicular. And that, yeah, you'd stick this thing in like a sphere maybe. Probably a sphere of copper would be good. Gold would be ideal actually. Gold would be really good. It's a highly diamagnetic metal. And it would be pulling energy, compressing energy with the magnets, and the diamagnetism would be radiating energy outwards, and you'd be creating vortex flow. So you're creating some sort of engine that would have a lot of energy. You'd be creating a lot of energy. The question is what to exactly do with it. So you have like a black hole monopole, so maybe you'd use your Merkaba to create a white hole monopole, and you can create some flow between the 2 of them. That's just a concept, but maybe you guys can work on this concept and build off of it and share some ideas and ask the right questions. Maybe make me think of the right ideas, and maybe you'll think of the right ideas and make a whole new model yourself, and we can just start taking off these concepts. This is just one concept of mine. I have others to show you. I'm going to talk about the Merkaba, and also using a running coil as a capacitor, and other cool things. with my research. This is the one big idea that I want to get out there to get people to start talking about. Awesome, thanks.